Hello, 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 I never seen you here before. I come here all the time, I never seen you here before. But then again, I'm really blind, so how can I be sure? Hello, hello, are you all alone? Hello, hello, got no chaperone. Hello, hello, can I buy you a drink? Can I buy you a drink? I really like your hair, I like the way you wear your hair, I like the way you got it there above your head. I really like your hair, I like the way you wear your hair, I really like your hair. Do you want to go to bed? Hello, 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 no, isn't that divine? I knew you were a Capricorn, I knew it all the time. I used to be a Capricorn, but then I changed my mind. Hello, hello, do you want to dance? Hello, hello, I can really dance. I'll bet if you closed your eyes, you would swear you was with me to stand. I'm working on a screenplay, I'm working on a screenplay, I'm working on a movie in my head. I'm working on a screenplay, I'm working on a screenplay, I'm working on a screenplay. Do you want to go to bed? Have you heard the joke about the fiddler and the bee? It's a very, very funny joke, I'm sure you will agree. And I'll be glad to tell it to you if you'll marry me. Hello, hello, will you marry me? I love you so, will you marry me? Tell me your name and say you'll be my wife for the rest of my life. We'll build a house in the middle of the woods, nobody except me and you. We'll have geese by the gaggle, a horse and a saddle, a brook that'll babble, I'll babble too. Wait a minute, there is something I forgot. I'm embarrassed to admit it, there is something I forgot. Suddenly I have some kind of giant mental block. Suddenly I cannot remember. I'm so ashamed I cannot remember. I swear it's true, I cannot remember my name. I've forgotten my name. I can't understand how it just slipped my mind. I used to use it all the time when I was young. I think it starts with B or a K or a C. Wait now, it's on the tip of my tongue. Well, luckily my name's printed on my underwear. Luckily my mama sews it into all my underwear. So I just kind of duck into that men's room over there. I'll be right back, my love, will you wait for me? Kiss me and tell me you'll wait for me. I'll be back as soon as I know who I am. Will you wait until then? Will you wait until then? Will you wait until then?
The mid-morning sun lights the bed where he lies, and he rolls on his stomach and covers his eyes. His wife calls upstairs that the coffee is ground, and he uses her pillow to muffle the sound. Arise, my love, for morning's here. You cannot sleep forever, dear. Knowing not how to budge this most lazy of men, she fears that he'll surely miss work once again. She sighs in despair as his breakfast grows cold, then once more climbs the staircase to fretfully scold. Arise, my love, your carpool's here. You cannot sleep forever, dear. Her husband's still senseless to all worldly cares when a workman arrives to make chimney repairs. If he can wake up to instruct him and pay, she might still have time to run errands today. Arise, my love, the mason's here. You cannot sleep forever, dear. Her husband's still snoring at 1:45 as she stares out the window to wistfully view the bricklayer's muscles agleam in the sun as he skillfully lays every brick one by one. Lazy bones are my husband dear, as lazy bones do each day I fear. He wakes in a darkness as deep as the tomb, and a curious staleness envelops the room. His hand reaching out finds the room is too small, and her voice filters back to him through the brick wall. Go back to bed, for night is near. Now you can sleep forever, dear. Lazy bones are my husband dear, as lazy bones do each day I fear.
It's seldom in Chicago you can see the stars by night. The skies are red and angry with sodium vapor light. But I've seen the heavens from a high and lonely place, and I know that's the closest I'll ever come to space. But I have seen the harbor and the tall ships point the way, and my children or their children may go out there someday. If I live a long time, and if mankind turns once more to dare a present danger to reach some future shore, then I may yet see pictures from distant foreign skies, and know them for reflections in my children's questing eyes. And I have seen the harbor, and the ships are proud and bold, and the children born this morning may already be too old. In our mundane life, there's no one happier than I. I'm contented to live planet bound, for time has passed me by. But my children and their children are well worth dreaming for. The glories of tomorrow lie golden at their door. But I have seen the harbor and the ships departing gleam, and the witnesses of wonders are forgiven when they dream.
My wheels leave the runway, I'd take you along if I could, 'cause leaving you, darling, is one way that I'm reminded how I've got it good. Well, the living is mostly been easy, and the loving's been pretty good too. So don't you think I forgot as I receipt you a dot, because I hanger my heart now with you. Yeah, when I wave goodbye, blow a hole in the sky, I hanger my heart now with you. When my wingtips are caressing the cloud tops, it's like my fingertips caressing your face. And yeah, I get a kick from dodging the raindrops in the ocean between desert and space. And though a full tank of gas don't last forever, the way the things that I share with you do, the delights of the air, honey, none can compare. So I hanger my heart now with you. I trade the bluest of skies for the blue of your eyes. I hanger my heart now with you. I've been 10 miles into heaven, and I've been twice as fast as sound. But from the wild blue yonder, my heart grows fonder of the one who stays behind on the ground. They tell me the first year's the hardest, you got a lot of adjustments to make, but together maybe we'll fly the farthest and leave the troubles behind in our wake. So I promise I'll always be faithful, and I swear that I'll always be true. Just let the 49 breeze through the Joshua trees sing, I'll hanger my heart now with you. Oh, oh, with a kid on the way. Hell, what else can I say? But I'll hanger my heart now, hanger my heart now, I hanger my heart now with you.
mad Professor Bly. Whenever he'd go walking by, grown-up men would start to cry. Ladies would avert their eyes. We're talking about an ugly guy, mad Professor Bly. One sunny day in mid-July, said mad Professor Bly, how do we know that dogs don't fly? You're never sure until you try. There never was a meaner guy than mad Professor Bly. He said it's time we got some proof. He dragged his sheepdog to the roof. He threw that sheepdog to the sky. Did mad Professor Bly. Well, now we know that dogs don't fly. You're never sure until you try. There never was a stranger guy than mad Professor Bly. Such a woeful thing is life. She had planned to be my wife. Melinda was her name. I loved her sweet and true. A week before our wedding day, my darling gentle fiancé was killed in such a gruesome way. What's a boy to do? Oh, my heart is full of pain. It's more than I can bear. The honeymoon won't be the same without Melinda there. She was walking into town to buy herself a wedding gown. She was strolling past a church where we were to be wed. Suddenly from out the sky, suddenly I do not lie, suddenly a sheepdog fell and landed on her head. They say I must not question why, that God must have a plan. But sheepdogs falling from the sky, I do not understand.
Jessie, go to sleep now. Jessie, don't you cry. There's nothing can harm you with Mommy standing by. Jessie, it's so late at night. What's a little girl to do? The sun has gone to bed, and little Jessie, so must you. Hush-a-bye now, Jessie. Jessie, don't you cry. Listen to coyote howl and hear the ravens sigh. Good night, they say to you, for though the dark is deep, we'll keep the nighttime company so you can go to sleep. Jessie, stop your crying. Jessie, don't you fret. You're just about as tired as a little girl can get. Close your eyes now, Jessie, and the night will slip away. Tomorrow when you open them, you'll see a brand new day. Jessie, go to sleep now. Jessie, don't you cry. There's nothing can harm you with Mommy standing by. Jessie, it's so late at night. What's a little girl to do? The sun has gone to bed, and little Jessie, so must you. The sun has gone to bed, and little Jessie, you should too.
Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy A T. The wind blew up her bow, dipped down, oh blow, my bully boys, blow. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. Captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail come up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and caught her, but she dived down below. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed. He belonged to the whaleman's creed. He'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All the boats were lost, there were only 4, but still the whale did go. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I know, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellarman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellarman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
The trees they do grow high, and the leaves they do grow green. Many is the time my true love I've seen. It's a cold winter's night, my love, when I must lie alone. For the bonny boy is young, but he's growing. One day as I was looking o'er my father's church wall, I saw the bonny college boys a-playing at the ball. I asked for my own true love, but they would not let him come, for they said the boy was young, but a-growing. Oh, father, dear father, you've done to me great wrong, to marry me to a bonny boy, he is so very young. Oh, daughter, dear daughter, I've done you no wrong, for he will make a man while he's growing. So early one morning at the dawning of the day, we went out into the hayfields to have some sport and play. And what they did there, oh, she never would declare, but she's never more complained of his growing. Well, at the age of 15 years he was a married man, and at the age of 16 years the father of a son. And at the age of 17 years all the grass grew over him, and cold death had put an end to his growing.
too, Papa. Little sis, you'll have to wait a while to come along. Goodbye to this house and all its memories. We just got too old to say we're wrong. I've got to make one last trip to my bedroom. Guess I'll have to leave some stuff behind. It's funny how those same old crooked pictures just don't seem the same to me tonight. There ain't no use in shedding no more tears, Mama. Ain't no use in shouting at me, Pa. I can't live no longer with your fears, Mama. I love you, that hasn't helped at all. 'Cause each of us must do the things that matter. Each of us must see what we can see. Though it was long ago, you must remember, when you were once as young and scared as me. I don't know how hard it is yet, Mama, when you realize you're growing old. But I know how hard it is to be young. I know you tried to keep me from the cold. Thanks for what you've done, it may sound hollow. Thanks for all the good times that we've known. But I must find my own road now to follow. You will all be welcome in my home. Got my suitcase, I must go now. It don't matter about the things you said. I'm sorry, Mom, I can't say where I'm going. Remember, little sister, look ahead. Tomorrow I'll be in some other sunrise. Maybe I'll have someone at my side. Mama, give your love back to your husband. Papa, you have taught me well. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye to you too, Papa.
Till I don't know if it's you or it's me. Thinking the
Hour. The Witchin, the Witchin, the Witchin Hour. The Witchin, the Witchin, the Witchin Hour.
I just stole the tune. And several plots. Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock beam down upon a planet. Mr. Spock says logical, McCoy tells him to can it. They encounter big computer which they conquer with illogic. I am sure I've seen this show 100 times before. I know the plot. I know the plot. I turn on my TV set to catch the late, late, late show. See the wires on flying saucers, it's not such a great show. Aliens from Mars and Venus all committing crimes so heinous. No one else can stop them but a boy of only 4. I know the plot. Don't we all? I know the plot. Doug and Tony land upon the deck of the Titanic. Everyone is having fun, the tunnel people panic. Trying to convince the passengers, but no one will believe them when they say the ship will never make it to the shore. I know the plot. So does Irwin Allen. I know the plot. Pat McQuillin wakes to find they've given him a number, taken him to who knows where while he was deep in slumber. Can't get out and can't get over, only will get stopped by Rover. Worst of all, each week's number 2's a crashing bore. I know the plot. I know the plot. I am not a man, I am a safe, secure number. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a forceful man, I'm told. Doesn't want to fight Darth Vader cause he's growing old. He and Luke and Solo rescue Princess, blow up Death Star, leave the rebels and the Empire fighting interstellar war. I know the plot. We're still waiting for chapters 1 through 3. I know the plot. Battlestar Galactica is fleeing from the Cylons. Starbluck flies a scout about while Boltar puts a smile on. Lands on planet, falls in love, destroys a secret Cylon base, and finds new clues to find the planet Earth they're looking for. I know the plot. Cylons carve up moons up in the sky. 1999 has radioactive lunar dumping. Makes the Alphans very nervous, calling Earth and grumping. Moon goes boom and out of orbit, traveling through space at light speed. I won't take out my atomic garbage anymore. I know the plot. I know the plot. Too many robots on that space station. Barbara Bain, Martin Landau. Neary sculpts and mashed potatoes, wife thinks he is crazy. Dreams of flying saucers, but the images are hazy. Breaks through armies, roadblock power, makes it up to Devil's Tower. Doesn't know what destiny the aliens have in store. I know the plot. The sequel was called To Serve Man. I know the plot. Logan and a girl, they run their lives, are down and dirty. They were used to having fun, but now they're turning 30. The crystal in your hand turns red. Sandmen catch you and they're dead. I have seen renewal projects go this way before. I know the plot. I know the plot. Pardon me. Sam's my name, just passing through. I only just leaped in here. Don't know who you think I am, what shape or shades my skin here. I'm not crazy, don't blame me. The guy I talk to you can't see. Won't leap out until I fix what went wrong once before. I know the plot. Saw the Wrath of Khan with Enterprise in all its glory. Chekhov wasn't there before, but now he knows the story. Genesis creates new life while Kirk meets son and almost wife. Why must they eliminate that Vulcan we adore? They killed off Spock. They killed off Spock. Then again, they had to bring him back later on, which is worse. Went down to a con last week to have myself a good time. Looked around the costume show, but all the sights I could find were 13 naked ladies, 7 Doctor Who's, 4 Mr. Spocks, a dozen Princess Leia's, and 16 slave boys of gore. They do the schlock. They do the schlock. Mathematics majors often have to graph a function. Calculating points and drawing curves gives me compunctions. I have a computer with peripherals that draw on paper. All I have to do is load my program into Core. It does the plot. It does the plot. Thank you. I love it. Working in this office nearly drives me to distraction. Can't wait to get out of here and find myself some action. Count the hours and minutes then until the stroke of 5 p.m. That's when you'll see me teleporting right on out the door. I watch the clock. I watch the clock every day. After my 200th con, I had a nervous breakdown. Took me to the hospital to give my brain a shakedown. Clamped electrodes, then they fed 10,000 volts right through my head. Now my steaks all get well done. Before I leave the store, they gave me shock. They gave me shock, can't you tell? Play the market, spend your cash, and own a corporation. You'll go broke if there's a crash, but win if there's inflation. I have 50 shares of something that my broker recommended. I get broker, he gets richer. What are brokers for? I bought that stock. I bought the stock. Bavaria and Illuminati never show their faces. Washington, he disappears, and Weishaupt takes his places. Joseph Malik turns up missing. Hagbard whistles while he's pissing. Imminent ties the eschaton, and there won't be no more. It's all a plot. It's all a plot. It's getting too long, too. Riker, Data, and LaForge beam down upon a planet. Data says it's logical while Geordi tries to scan it. Wesley saves the universe for extra credit homework project. Haven't we all seen this show 24 years before? We know the plot. We know the plot. Thank you.
They melted him, then they drew him out. as near as I...
Two old women conversed in the night, one cloaked in velvet, the other in light. One was a priestess of high repute, the other a goddess beyond dispute. Look, said the priestess, the world's a wreck. It's all the fault of this damn high-tech. The fault, my child, lies not in your toys. The way you abuse them is what destroys. The moon is also a satellite. Nature is chemistry too, and locked in every gene, a finite state machine. Not all your knowledge is new. The priestess said, be that as it may, we're surely meant for the natural way. There's too much knowledge in human hands. It's surely that which destroys your lands. The goddess said it was flints and sails that burned the forest and butchered the whales. It's humans' ignorance of their host, and not their knowledge that I fear most. Look, you're all big kids now, it falls to you. You know the damage that you can do. Apply your knowledge the way you should. Responsibly used, it could do much good. But, said the priestess, you can't condone newfangled arts that are not your own. The profane creations to which they've led. You're missing the point, dear, the goddess said. The moon is also a satellite. Nature is chemistry too, unlocked in every gene, a finite state machine. Not all your knowledge is new. Well, I'm cutting out, the priestess said, and I'll fight till the last of high-tech is dead. It's all to blame for the way things are, and she slammed the door of her beat-up car. She then roared off from that secret place, blowing exhaust in the lady's face. The goddess coughed and then shook her head. We have this debate every month, she said. The moon is also a satellite. Nature is chemistry too, unlocked in every gene, a finite state machine. Not all your knowledge is new. That's called.
I used to have scary nightmares about a third war with mushroom clouds and firestorms and blood and guts and gore. Till Mom explained the reason why we won't get blown away. We've got a little buddy who protects us night and day. There's a little green bug-eyed monster who came from outer space. She's hanging out in orbit just to save the human race. So if Gorbachev or George Bush decides to drop the bomb, she'll stop those deadly missiles and preserve our peace and calm. We'll be saved by little green bug-eyed monster. We'll learn our lesson. We'll stop our medicine with those great big bad atomic weapons. The little green monster will bring us peace. So I won't get blown to bacon bits, I won't glow in the dark. I won't melt down to butter when I'm playing in the park. The bomb won't come to get me in the middle of the night. So now I don't get frightened when my mom turns out the light. I believe in little green bug-eyed monster. Without her up there, I'd have a nightmare. I told all the other kids in daycare they believe in Santa, they think I'm nuts. The day they push the button, they'll get a big surprise when all their shiny missiles disappear before their eyes. This crazy politicians could start another war. So grown-ups, don't you demonstrate or protest anymore. Just believe in the little green bug-eyed monster can save the nation from incineration. Just believe that tree never needs a vacation, and you'll be happy till day you die. Yes, you'll be happy till day you fry.
I do believe, I really do.
The pack on my horse and the pouch on my belt are all that I have to call home. And I fought in many a stranger's war, but never a war of my own. And all that I know is the lure of gold and the feel of a sword in my hand, and a madness that drives me time and again to fight for another man's land. It's little I care for the right or the wrong, as long as they're paying me well. The good or the bad mean less still to me, for I'm long since bound for hell. Oh, he fights for love, and he fights for hate, and he fights because he is told. And they all fight for the sake of their mother country, and I fight for gold. Oh, I won't say I've won every battle I've fought, but I can say I've never quite lost. And I'll gladly give you my fealty true, as long as you pay me its cost. Oh, I'll fight to raise up a prince in the spring, and to bring him back down in the fall. For my loyalty's pure while your payments endure, but I'm gone if they ever should stall. Now those who fight for their own country's gain claim of honor that I am bereft. Well, that may be true, I really can't say. In any case, not much is left. But I know you can't eat it, you surely can't drink it. It won't keep the wind off your back. And as long as my purse is filled up with gold, you can keep all the honor I lack. The pack on my horse and the pouch on my belt are all that I have to call home. And I fought in many a stranger's war, but never a war of my own. And all that I know is the lure of gold and the feel of a sword in my hand, and a madness that drives me time and again to fight for another man's land.
Some people eat green fruit for breakfast, some people eat oatmeal. There are those who are sure granola is a very good deal. into dating with a good doctor, did not know how to behave. Yeah. Herman was healthy. Now Herman is dead. Cold pizzas really didn't do it then. No way. That night doctor, you guys remember this case in New York about nature's
I teach in Scottsdale, yes.
And Jean Harris, she's behind bars, looking quiet and sad. And then, do you see what I'm getting at? You get to kill when you're skinny, but not when you're fat. So eat pizza for breakfast or beer to wash it down. Maybe a couple of pepperoni to make this boil well round again. Get cold pizza for breakfast. And beach cold it'll do. But there's nothing in the world that I like better than eating cold pizza with you. Nothing in the world that I like better than eating cold pizza with you.
3 gypsies came to our hall door, and all that they sang bonny. They sang so neat and so complete that they stole the heart of a lady. She's come tripping down the stairs, and all of her maids gate for her, and the very first thing that they had of her, it was the gold ring off of her fingers. And a teal, take off your silken gown, put on your tartan plaidie, and a teal, come away this lee long night, take a follow with the Gypsy Laddies. Oh, it's late last night, my lord came in, inquiring for his lady. Oh, the very last sight that we had of her, she was a following the Gypsy Laddies. Oh, it's settled to me, my black, he said, my brown one's not so speedy, and it's I will ride o'er yon high hills in search of my dear lady. And he's rode east and he's rode west, he's rode to Strathbogie, and it's there he spied his own dear wife lying down with the Gypsy Laddies. And it's will you forsake your houses and your land? Will ye forsake your baby? Will ye forsake your own wedded lord? Take a follow with the Gypsy Laddie. And it's yes, I'll forsake my wain-wedded lord. It's yes, I'll forsake my baby. And it's I will forsake all these and more. Take a follow with the Gypsy Laddies. For last night I slept in a fine feather bed, my ain-wedded lord alongside me. But tonight I will sleep in a cold barn shed, all alone with the Gypsy Laddies. For there were 7 brothers of us all, and all of them so bonny. They were hanged, every man according to the law, for the stealing of a gay lord's lady.